Hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Block 402 channel, and I'm Steven. Today we're going to be working on the old Candy Cane again. We are about a month out from No Name Nationals, and we've been racing the 402 a little bit this year because we had problems with the 481 head gasket, but the 481's back together. So today we're going to start pulling the 402 out, and we're going to get this 481 put in. I'm going to try to have it fired up tomorrow. It's a little late in the afternoon, or I'd have it done today, but we're going to get the 402 out of here, get that tunnel ram off, and get it put back on the 481. I was going to put a Victor Jr. on the 481, but I'm going to go ahead and stay with the tunnel ram for now, and we'll think about it because we're going to go ahead and stay with the tunnel ram for now, and we'll switch back over to a Victor Jr. at a later date. I've also got to upgrade the headers. These headers don't have big enough primaries. They're great for these stock iron heads, but they're not big enough for the big heads that I have on the 481. So we're going to upgrade headers and intake at the same time, and go with 1000 CFM carb or 950. And that should make the 481 even more spicy than what it already is. But for now, we'll get this thing out of here, get the 481 started on going back in Candy Cane. But it's going to be fun. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon, this thing will be chopping away just like it was a few months ago, back in May, when I had the 481 in here before. We did find the problem with that, which was the distributor had mechanical advance in it, and I thought it was locked out, so I had way too much timing in it. I didn't have a good quality head gasket on there either, which was probably good because the head gasket blew, and it may have saved me some other problems. I also had motor mount issues where the bolt heads and the washers were too small to mount to the pedestals in the truck, so the engine wasn't even bolted down, and I could have broke my transmission, but luckily I didn't. Anyway, enough about the sad story of what happened on the 481 before. We got the 481 together now, and we're going to make it what it's supposed to be. I'll show you what I've got going on here. Came out here last night, and I got the drivetrain all set up with some new comp cams, adjustable guide plates. The ones that were on here previously were some Chinese brand that came with these import heads, and as you can see with this one, maybe it was the push rods, which are comp push rods, were eating right into this cheap steel, and that's what caused me to have a little bit of metal shavings in my lifter valley whenever I took the intake off after I blew the head gasket. We got some good valve guides and push rod guides in now, and we got everything lined up and ready to go in. Should be done with this tomorrow, have it back running, and then we'll try to get some testing in before No Name Nationals. Hopefully I can get that in. Not real sure yet as far as time off that I'll be able to get to a track and do some testing, but I'll make a few hits out here on the road and see how it does. So let's get started on this engine swap. And just like that, we have the 402 ready to come out. All I have to do is remove the top two transmission bolts, pull it up out of there, and we're going to stick the 481 right in. We're getting it done. Alright, so we've got the 481 in the truck now. Let me see if I can get this other light over here. Alright, we got the motor in the truck. We got the motor mount bolts in. The top four transmission bolts are snug down. And I did change my fuel pump over to my high volume fuel pump. We're going to get back on this tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow, get it buttoned up, and she should be chopping with some oil pressure tomorrow afternoon. Let's go ahead and get this thing covered up for the night because we do have a hole in the hood, and we'll get back on it in the morning. We'll see you then. Alright, it's the next day. Last night we got the 481 set down in Candy Kane. We got it bolted down. We're going to get underneath it and get everything hooked up, and then we'll get the headers put on it, put that intake on there, and start buttoning it up. Shouldn't be too long. We'll have this thing chopping away with a little oil pressure on it. Stick around. Alright, we got the 481 all buttoned up. I just got the oil topped off. I've got the water just about topped off. It's about up to here. We've been turning it over, and we've got oil pressure, and we had some fuel pressure there. We should have ignition all hooked up, plugs all gapped. So we're gonna try to fire this thing up and get the timing set on it. I do anticipate a little bit of smoke because I spilled some oil on the manifolds when I was filling it up. Pull the timing up a little bit. It's running. But we got the 481 back in, and it's running good. We'll get some heat cycles on it. We'll get the valves reset and get everything checked and topped off. And then we'll get ready for No Name Nationals, where I have a call out against Two Hacks Garage Jeff and the Thunderbird, the old 521 big block Ford against the 481 big block Chevrolet. Should be a fun time. I'm also looking for a little Mr. Haney action too, if he's around. But we'll see you on the next video. I'm Big Block 402, and I'm gone.